It was just right there. It's this damn food. Okay. I would go some of the legal stuff I will mention uh, Howard and University District of Columbia. I know they're not there like they was in the old days at Howard to fight for truth and justice, like during the old days. But maybe they still got a little something there. So we'll be dealing with them. And I'll close with this week's work. Okay, everything is done, basically. The other day we took the beef patties and we made some beef patties down there. You just put all the hot stuff with it, and then, of course, I don't taste them and know, but we got beef patties down there. I just finished the thing of mac and cheese. We finished two big things of rice. Those are rice with vegetables. Because the foreign crew will feed that to them. And 4 pans of chicken. That'll get us started. And all we'll have to do to make on the spot is salad. That's all we have to fix is salad. So most of that food, oh yeah, yesterday we did the French toast and something else. We did the French toast and the sausages. That's right. We'll see about whatever day, whatever shows up. We'll just go out. And if it rains out, we'll keep the food and put it in the freezer. I mean, we're not gonna die. But we're not gonna do fundraising over there. We're just, not that we don't need the dust, but a lot of looked out for us. Do you know when it says from way back? I was bragging on this thing about several years ago, and Khadijah was listening. And I said something about, I haven't been broke in 50 years. Anybody remember that? I've been having money for 50 years. And that's when they gave him the money. And then right after that, people stole the first shift of money, then the next shift. And they figure, what you say now, you ain't been broke in 50 years. I said, well, actually, I'm not now. And plus, it's different. It's like different. Like it's not that you can't go broke. But for instance, we own all this property. I could sell a piece of property every 4 or 5 years and buy a mansion somewhere out in the woods every 4 or 5 years with the leftover money. But we're going to develop here. I look forward to developing here. But we look forward to a good team. It don't look too good for what it's. I wouldn't sign up for no other team but this one right now. I just wouldn't do it. It's not, it don't look too good. None of them, not one single team, Boss Man's team, the Negro team, the Arab team, I wouldn't sign up. I would, I think we got it going on. We're not obligated to do any more. We just want to do more because people, otherwise, it don't look too good for humanity. It just don't look too good. It's not a big. It's not a big discovery now either. Big historian, they discovered. I'm gonna close with this. the white man, I don't mind calling him the white man. But when we was over on 8th Street, there was a program on NPR. It was about a big discovery. So it had to be in the 90s. Because I don't know, you notice when you ever came in, the radio was on downstairs all the time. So I always listened to so the white man made a big discovery back then that the earth was alive. He said yes, and he was the recent discovery. And they was talking about yerg and all that. If you put a lot of stuff in a big jar, it would produce something, right? So that's when I knew he was crazy, for sure. A card-carrying idiot. You know, I knew it. I knew he didn't have no help, no hope then. If he discovered that the earth was alive in the 1990s, you know, I just figured the boss man was the biggest fool since Leatherhead. It's a long story about Leatherhead. But he was the biggest fool in town. Leatherhead, there's a lot of stories about him. He lost his head and couldn't find it, and all that kind of stuff. But he's the biggest fool in town. Leatherhead had all kind of stories about him, but Boss Man is dumber than he is. And I have lost all physical, psychological respect for an idiot. It's just an idiot, that's all. And anything he give you, it's not worth it now. And remember, responsibility. We're responsible for what we around, you know, our families and all of that stuff. And our relatives that have no idea about what's going on. So when you know, that makes you responsible a little bit. So dear believers, I feel we're responsible. We're asking here and world's Muslims, let's join and solve these problems. And it'll be a lot of fun. Well, it has been for me. Once you get hooked up with contentment, it's different. Hey, you can take my word for it. Contentment is big. It's bigger than anything so far. It's bigger than money, girls, everything. And remember, the white folks in Hollywood and the Negroes got everything that they're supposed to make them happy. Then why did the man jump up and pop the other Negro in his face at the World's Fair, whatever they call it, right? The man told him it's the devil. He didn't know what made him do that. And after it happened, he thought, why did I do that? The devil. That's what, what's the name told him? Yeah, the Negro, he's doing all right. He's still got the same old wife, and so he's got some of the keys. And yeah, I like his lectures, you know. But anyway, it ain't nobody else out there, here or nowhere else. So, alhamdulillah, are there any questions or comments?
Yeah, a couple. It's kind of random, but brother said the key to mentioning Jesus Christ would be to also be a good person and a servant of God. May peace be with you.
About mentioning what?
No, I don't know. Someone said the key to mentioning Jesus Christ would be to also be a good person and a servant of God. May peace be with you.
Okay. Isa alayhi salam, I mention his name. He's a good man. He's a good person. He was a prophet. He wasn't a son of God. And we include a lot of his stated principles in what we do. Lord, forgive them. They know not what they do. He's supposed to have said that. Lord, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. They're dummies. They literally dummies. Same thing we say. That's what he reportedly have said. Lord, forgive them. They know not what they do. You know. Anything else?
Yeah, and there's a brother that's been reaching out saying his name. This is Brother Zainul from Haiti. I previously gave him your contact information, but he's been calling me on Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
So I'll follow up and let him know. It's like, hey, I'm not the Imam. It's the Imam. No,
Okay, well, the brother, the thing is still on. Okay, the brothers from Haiti, a group of brothers called, it's like people call from all over, what's the name, they're in Tanzania and stuff. Right now, I know they need help, but we're not able to. We're not able to right now. Sometime, and we hate to say that, but when we strike it rich or when we get able, even able, because you got to realize, although we mentioned that we raised so many thousand last couple of weeks ago, the new month's bills is here, and they just stack up, and that you got to get some fresh dust. That stuff goes, whew, just like that. So, when we're able, we'll do just like we always did. Anybody come through, we start counting it out, because it's good to get rid of it before it gets stuck on you. I'll just say, look, whenever we can, anybody that need, we're gonna share what we have. That's what we've always done that, and we always will. And that's probably what helped with contentment, because you're not trying to hold on to something that'll take you down. In closing, remember what Imam Ghazali said, whether it was a hadith or what have you. They asked him, what things should we possess? He said, that's what you don't lose in the event of shipwreck. See, in the old days, people would carry their money bags, their gold bags, and when that ship go down, that gold, if you carried enough of it, it weighs down. So you cut that boy. What things should we possess? Yourself. That which you don't lose in the event of shipwreck, because they used to have a lot of shipwrecks then. They don't have as many now. Thank y'all very much for listening and paying attention. And anybody that feels that we may have slighted someone, whatever we said, we could have said 90% more. You know, we just said 5 or 10%. And it's to help. Everything we put out is a tonic and a medicine. And we make dua for us. The people that's trying to cut our throat, they stuffed and got so dull it ain't working. It ain't working. Something is wrong with all you can do is look at them and shake your head and say, hey, you know, because when Allah hook you up, you hooked up. Akula kali hada wa astaghfirullah li walakum. Alhamdulillah billah.